Hello again, my name is Richard, for those of you who don't know me from the other videos. Today we're going to learn about how to set up Lab 4, the strain gauge lab. You will need your DAQ with your USB cord. You'll need 2 wires with connectors and stripped ends on the other side. You'll need your DAQ screwdriver, the new printed circuit board circuits that have the thermocouple circuit and the strain gauge circuit on here, a weight set, a clamp, and a bar with a strain gauge on it, and the strain gauge wire will also have the special connector already connected to it for the circuit. So the first thing you need to do is you need to clamp the bar to the desk using the clamp. You want to get the clamp as close to the strain gauge as possible without putting it on the strain gauge. So we're going to do that. You want to make sure your clamp is wide enough for this before you do it. And then tighten it up first, and then you can reposition it as you need it. And you want to keep the strain gauge as close to the table too, and as close to the point that you are clamping it, but making sure you're not actually clamping on it so you don't ruin the strain gauge. So you should see that the clamp is pretty close to the strain gauge here, and that's pretty good. And you're going to hang weights at different locations along the bar here as you do the lab. So after you have the bar set up with the clamp, you have your weight set, we're going to need to set up the DAC and the circuit. So first things first is take the 2 wire leads that you have. You're going to take the red side and plug that into the positive port on your DAC, and the white side is going to be on the negative port or ground port. So I'm going to take this one and connect it to the 5-volt positive on the digital side of the DAC. Then I'm going to put the red wire there, and then in the ground I'm going to put my white wire. So this is going to supply the power to our Wheastone bridge circuit. And you need to make sure that you have all of the accepting connectors to the DAC down so you can put the wires in. So you're going to put the wires in and tighten them. So you're going to tighten it up once you have them in there. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now you're going to go to your analog side, and you're going to hook the red one into AI0 plus, the white one into AI0 minus. And then make sure those are nice and tight in there. Now, summer of 2013 here, you're going to be the new special students. These circuits were just designed and printed by me, so it's got an awesome feature. All you have to do is take the connectors and push them onto these pins. So up here is your power. Right here you connect to the strain gauge, and here you connect to the output to the DAC. So I'm going to take the wire from my power side, and I'm going to plug it in with the red facing to the right, or if you're looking at it from the other side, if you're looking at it from the camera side, the left. And then you're going to do the same thing with the output. You're going to put the red wire to the same side again, and you just push it down. Then you're going to take your strain gauge wire with your little attachment, and you're just going to plug it in to the port on the side. It doesn't matter which direction this port is, it's just a strain gauge, so it doesn't have direction, it doesn't have polarity. But this does, so if you just make sure you put the positive here. When you start LabVIEW, you should get a negative voltage, and if you're not getting a negative voltage, just try switching the ports on the strain gauge and making it negative here, so that's easier than unscrewing the DAQ. But other than that, that's how you use the strain gauge lab.